Have you ever noticed how a garden, if left alone, slowly turns into a wilderness? How a hot cup of tea, forgotten on a table, inevitably turns cold? Or how a house, once filled with laughter, starts to gather dust the moment it's abandoned? In physics, we have a name for this. We call it entropy. It is the universal law that states everything in existence moves from order to disorder, from heat to cold, from structure to chaos. But we aren't here to talk about cold equations. We are here to talk about your heart. Because the hardest place to witness entropy isn't in a lab, it's in your living room. It's in the person sitting across from you, who suddenly feels like a stranger. Think about that one person, the one you used to share everything with. You remember the late-night calls, the shared dreams, the feeling that nothing could ever tear you apart. And then, slowly, the silence crept in. Not a loud, angry silence, but a quiet, cold one. You tried to fix it. You blamed yourself. You looked for a single moment of betrayal, a single fight. But sometimes there is no villain. Sometimes the bond didn't break because of a storm. It broke because it reached its natural state of entropy. We are taught to believe that forever is the only measure of success. We think that if a friendship ends after 10 years, or a marriage dissolves after 20, it was a waste of time. But look at the stars. Even they have a lifespan. They burn brilliantly, providing light and heat, and then they collapse. Was the star a failure because it didn't burn forever? Of course not. It fulfilled its purpose. Relationships require a massive amount of energy to maintain order. In physics, to fight entropy, you must constantly add energy to the system. In life, that energy is communication, sacrifice, and shared growth. But here is the painful truth. Sometimes, you are the only one adding energy. You are the one staying up late to fix the misunderstanding. You are the one remembering the small details while they forget the big ones. You are trying to keep the tea warm while the other person is opening all the windows to the cold. Eventually, the energy required to keep a dying bond alive becomes greater than the energy you have left for yourself. You feel drained, empty. This is the point of exhaustion. This is where the law of entropy takes over. When a bond breaks, it has taught you what you needed to learn. To force it to stay together past its expiration date isn't love. It's a resistance to the natural flow of life. Listen closely. When you stop fighting the entropy of a dying bond, something miraculous happens. The energy you were wasting on life support for a dead relationship suddenly has nowhere to go but back to you. In physics, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. All those sleepless nights, the constant explaining that was your fuel. And now, that fuel is finally yours to use. Imagine what you could build with that reclaimed power. We fear the silence that follows a breakup. We call it loneliness. But in the AXIOMA, we call it the vacuum. And a vacuum creates a powerful pull. It clears the space for something higher in frequency to enter your life. The moment you accept that some bonds are meant to break, you stop being a prisoner of the past. You stop looking at the ashes and start looking at the fire. Your worth is a constant, like the speed of light. It doesn't change just because someone else is standing in the dark. So, stand up. Look at the disorder around you, not as a mess, but as raw material. The entropy of yesterday is the foundation of your empire tomorrow. Don't mourn the tea that went cold. Brew a new cup. Don't cry over the garden that turned wild. Plant a forest. The universe is in constant motion, and so are you. Trust the process. Trust the laws. Trust yourself. This is the AXIOMA. Unshakable truths for a chaotic world. Think clearly. Live powerfully.